What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we're going to shed some light on the market and see what we can get for some good prices. Stuff might be cooling off, who knows? So without further ado, let's dive in the video and talk about it. Ooh boy, we got Magnamon X Antibody, the big chase card of the big set of BT16. It's actually coming down a little bit. We are now reaching closer to $72 range paired to that $75. It's a couple dollar decrease, which is good to see, but I know that a lot of players are going to get upset and say this thing should never be 70 something. Well, the problem comes down to is that it's in both versions of its deck. It is a 4 of mandatory. Then it gets splashed in basically every yellow deck known to man can splash this in as a 1 of, maybe 2 of, and boom, you're kind of in a weird spot where this card becomes more versatile than any other card. And yeah, the fact that it is a 4 of, you know, if you take a look at Death X to Ruin Mode, they're 2 ofs, and that's where their price kind of stands when they're just a 2 of, if not 1 of. And it's just because of how powerful of a card they are. Let's take a look on the Europe market though. Europe holding strong in that €50 range. I think we're going to see this $25 gap difference for a good while. I don't see us actually catching them up in any time soon. RideMyAvatar X Antibody, $56. A little bit of a bump up. There is 2 decks that play it, and let's be honest, one plays it at 3, one plays it at 4. Sometimes it's splashable in other decks. You know, it all adds up eventually, and we're at $56 a pop. Europe side looking like 27 to 30 euros. I mean, I could see us reaching this, but I don't see us reaching this anytime soon. It's just one of those sets that demands the hype in the secrets, and with demanding the hype in the secrets until we get power crept out, these cards are going to hold strong for that while. Digimon, Being Observer, BT16, same thing's happening here. Just one of those super rares that has long-term value. Digimon is just one of those powerhouses that you just expect to be expensive long-term. It's a good card. You're going into this knowing that. You're looking at $19, close to that. I mean, hey, just be happy that some players, yeah, this is for a lot of players that haven't really gotten much value out of their super rares in a while. This one's at least a good crack in there. You know, now you don't have to bank on trying to get a super rare to at least make, you know, some sort of value in your pack for your entries. Now, hitting a super rare might give you a little bit more, and I kind of get it. I get the frustration that this should never be 18. Now it makes me not able to play it. It just comes with the territory, guys. Europe side looking like 12 euros to 13 euros. Valkyriemon Ace holding strong at that 9. Little bit of a bump, though. I mean, we have 2 options. Numemon is playing this at 2 to 3s, and then you have other options in the form of guess who? Guess who? Guess who? Guess who? The bird deck. You know, with the Hawkmon line, you now have access to Valkyriemon Ace. You know, that deck has some potential. We're looking at $9 a pop here. Not terrible. Excuse me. You skipped over, bud. Where is it? No! You skipped. I skipped. No! Valkyrie on Ace. Let's take a look at the Europe market, though, guys. You're only strong at €6.50, so we're not a bad gap difference, really. You know, taking a look at it, yeah, we're only like $1 difference. That's not bad. That's kind of good to see. We want to be that kind of small gaps. Dorumon, BT16, though, kind of showing a little bit of bump after that cool off. Now we're down into the $5.80 range, and people are willing to pay that price range. So be expected to start climbing back up once people are getting ready for it. And especially because I'm excited. We have release weekend. I mean, the biggest event we have right now is an online regional coming up, and I'm excited to be playing in that. Europe side looking like 4 euros. Not bad. I mean, we're kind of just a €2 gap difference, which isn't terrible. Ukamon, we're looking at close to $3 still, holding strong in that 3s, which is good. I think this is going to turn around eventually once the product stops being opened because of the price points, and then this card is just going to go whoop and just keep climbing for a little bit. I expect it to reach schoolboy levels, possibly. I mean, there is an alternate art that kind of keeps the collector market at bay a bit, but just keeping that in mind, we're just going for that. €2, you know, not terrible in the €2 range. It's kind of €3 really after conversion. Tyrant Kabuterimon, it's going down. I think this is slept on a little bit here. I think after this weekend, if this thing takes at least a couple tops, and if it takes first, oh god, be ready. This card might explode up a little bit, and I think either you gamble on it being bought out over the weekend. If it tops any of the major events, then I expect this to explode up. Europe side looking like €3 to €4. Tentomon BT15 just going up, just showing a little bit of cool off now though. It's kind of leveled off and now starting to show a little decline. But we're down into the $15 range. If you made some money during the release weekend, which I suggested, I think this was that was your opportune time to make some good money. Europe side looking like 14s to €20. Not many listings left for you guys. You guys are a little bit struggling on the bug. Dino Beamon. This card is seeing some play in multiple decks, and that's no surprise there. It's just a good card in generalization and rounded. But it's going down. We're down to $4.20, but we're like close to the $5 range, and then it goes to $5.60 very quickly. Europe side though, you guys are not messing around with this. €3 is kind of your high point, and I kind of see why. Then we got, holy moly, reset that please. That was a big bug. We almost had to squish the screen. Looking at that now, we're at 33s, and it's gonna go up. I don't see this thing coming down anytime soon. I expect it to reach Raremon levels that eventually, so make sure you're ready to pick up your copies, even if you're not really excited to do so. Europe side looking like 25 to €27. Shadramon promo 1110. Shooting up, guys. I mean, I sold one for 30 over the weekend, and at least it's cooling off a little bit. We're starting to see 23, close to 24 range, which is good to see it come down. I expect this to fall down, and then if it gets back up again, be ready. Your side looking like 21s to 26s. Raremon promo limited card. This card is actually coming down finally. It's slowly. You know, as you see, it's like a few cents, like 50 cents every couple days. You know, that's not bad. It's going to dip down more. I don't see it long-term holding this 43s just because, you know, the decks that it's going to want to play in can just play Sistermon for cheaper, and it's a 3 paired to a 4 doing the same effect. I'm going to be straight honest with you. Probably people will go with Sistermon paired to Raremon. Europe side looking like €40, €45. I expect this to come down as well. Biomon Acid Apocalypse BT15 shooting up as well, so this is a good time to make some profits off of this, just because if this has been collecting dust in your binder, it's just not worth it anymore. Just get rid of it. Europe side looking like €7 to €8.50. Magnamon Evolution Cup. You guys had that one time of selling for a good price. Now it's about half that price. If you guys were on hold, I feel bad. Mine got kind of put on hold, so I didn't get mine to be able to flip at that $100 range. So now it's down to 50 and it's falling. I'm not happy about it, but it happens. Europe side looking like 24s to €30. Palmon Digimon promotional going down. You know, $3, you know, $2.79 to $3 range isn't terrible. Could be a lot worse, but taking a look at it, it's just what it is. Europe side looking like €1.45 to €2. Buffamon sleep mode, we're looking like $5.20 for the, you know, cool art for the top 4 finish. Yeah, it's not bad. Could be a lot worse. Europe side looking like €2.50, €3. Myosmon Ace Exceed Apocalypse shooting up as well. We're on buyout. 5 listings left. There's nothing really holding this thing from moving up to the $18 range. Will it sell at that range? No, probably not. But Europe side, you got plenty of listings. You guys are looking solid. We're at €6 to €7. Wormmon promo Tamer Party Pack, the beginning 2.0. Going down. We're at 16s to 17s. Not many listings here. We're at 7 listings. This is just not looking good. But if you guys had a shot, you had a shot of getting these at a little bit cheaper. Europe side, though, looking like €10 to €18. To be honest with you, these are very rare and few. These are probably people that got them from over here or got lucky enough to get them from their movie when it released. Then we got the Adventure Box version going down to 13s to 14s, but on buyout, basically. People have bought this up because everybody wants to try that green Wormmon, deck. The Pyldra green. This was their way. This was basically the card holding them back from doing so. Now they have access to it. Europe side looking like €5 to €7. We're a little more expensive and on a lower cycle just because of what happens when product was the best time to pick that all up was this on Sunday. And I told you that. And now look at it. It's Wednesday and it's already climbing. Hawkmon promo 119, $17 and climbing. I warned you guys this card was not going to be cheap. And it's going to follow similar to its counterpart. Europe side looking like €7 to €8. You guys on the Europe side have a really solid market value. Then taking a look on Hawkmon, the Tamer Party Pack, we're at 17s, 18s. And we got 7 listings. That's not really good. This can easily be cleaned out and then boom, we're higher. Just be ready. Europe side €11 to €17. Armadillomon promo for Tamer Party Pack at the beginning. We're up to 14s, then goes right to 18s. Holy cow. Europe side looking like 10s to 12s. Then we have the Venture Box version of Armadillo going down though, but we're holding strong in the $14 range. I knew this was going to happen. Hopefully you got these when you did, because this wasn't going to end well. Europe side looking like €6 to €8. Patamon promo for the Adventure Box is 1 listing left, and this disappears for light play. People were waiting to get their hands on this thing, and I knew this was going to happen eventually, but wasn't expecting it this soon, to be honest with you. And that's the big difference here. I wasn't expecting to see Patamon be on buyout this quickly. €6, €7. But let's see, the Tamer Party Pack has 19 listings at $18 a pop. People just want to get closer to having all their cards 1 rarity, so I kind of get it. Europe side looking like 14s to €22. Chimeramon New Awakening BTO 8. 8s. Yeah, you guys are looking this up. You are thinking some Jogger shenanigans, and Chimeramon's not a bad pickup for Jogger shenanigans. Europe side looking like €7, €8. Edamon Blast Ace pre-release stamp. You guys are picking this up. What are you guys thinking with the monkey? Let me know down in the comments if this is something you guys are trying to do. I don't know. Sukumon is kind of what you're trying to go for. 45 cents for the stamp, and no surprise there. This one's also being picked up and showing some movement lately. I kind of get it. This is starting to see play in what is it? Numemon. Numemon as a splash 1 of the fact, and then it's also seeing play in the big boy deck, the Dark Masters deck. This card is seeing some play in those 2 locations. Reason for that is because it forces, until the end of your opponent's turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP and gains start a main phase of Digimon attacks. So this now is your kind of answer to Magna, where you can instantly, respond to it with an ace and then force it, especially because there's 2 really strong aces that can help you out in that situation. So now Magna is just kind of just dead in the water when they see this card. It's not really dead, but you know what I mean here. Just before the protections go live and everything like that, you can answer it with the Edamon's effect. So 3s, the 2s. Mega Dramon, Seed Apocalypse, BT15, shooting up. No surprise here. SOC has some really fun shenanigans. But that's just about it there. Europe side looking like €5 to €8. Kind of showing some up climb there. Mastamon starter deck is starting to see some buy up because Mastamon is coming and people are ready and excited, but 40 cents. Europe side looking like 20 cents to 39 cents. Beamon pre-release stamp from BT16 going down a little bit, but we're looking at a $12 card. I expect this to go up a little bit more. We'll see if it does. Europe side looking like €3 to €4. I expect this to go up on your side once your regionals start going and people have more access. Terriermon X Antibody pre-release stamp, we're at 11s. Not too bad. Europe side looking like €5 to €6. Metallic Life Kuwagamon, I think it's very underrated right now. Being a $7 to $8 card, I think this is going to climb up, and we're going to see a Jotamon, or whatever his name is, the one for Bloomlord Ultimate that they had access to. This might reach that like $12 card once as long as Tyrant does something this weekend. Europe side looking like €2 to €3. Wormon pre-release stamp BT16. We're looking at, $3 a pop. Europe side looking like 3 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents. Then Magna Angemon pre-release stamp. Make sure you get your copies. I'm not joking. I feel like if anything were to happen to a yellow vaccine deck that forces Magna out of it, this becomes the next best version with, BT16 support. And boom, you're going to want this card, and making sure this is max rarity. Pick these up now. This would be your best investment long term. Europe side looking like €4 to €5. And that's all for the Market Watch. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace!